What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today, and right here on this channel we cash another 3-man entry. That is now 4 on the week, and we cash this for a 5.75x completely sweat free. We took Ashcraft over. This was a super simple line. He pretty much doubles his line. I told you guys Pitt was going to beat the Athletics yesterday, and they beat them 12-4. And then in Uzbekistan, both these guys go under together, way under together, extremely correlated together. And a beautiful correlated site right here, right? 18 and 31, and these guys are right on the line together, right? They both hit about 70% of their line. If you look at this game just very quickly, Uzbekistan, 33% possession, and then Colombia, 67% possession, okay? So I'll tell you guys right now that if Uzbekistan had 20% possession, these guys' lines would probably be right here. If they had 50 or 60 or 70% possession, then these guys' lines would probably have gone over together, right? And this is how soccer correlation works. Now, you will say that I also hit this one right here in this Colombia game. And what do you know? Because Colombia played Uzbekistan, they had 67% possession. These guys go way over together. They had the ball most of the game, which is why these guys possess the ball most of the game, and they go over together, right? Not even close either, guys. 55, his line was 44.5, and then 74, and his line was 55, right? They pretty much had already hit this by halftime. Amazing calls, and we also cashed this one as well. So three-man cashes in last night's game, and what's crazy about this is I honestly think we even got unlucky yesterday, right? So we hit all 3 of these, but if you look at these entries right in the middle of the screen, we had Perisic, and he misses by 1 pass attempt. 1 freaking pass attempt by this guy right here, and he would have also hit if he goes under right here as well. And then Cristiano Ronaldo completely sold us yesterday, and he goes over by 2 pass attempts as well, right? And the reason why I played these 2 guys is because these 2 guys are older players. They also are attacking players. As you're going to see, they're attacker and attacker. And normally, if you know how soccer works, the attackers are going to get pulled out of the game. And on top of that, Perisic is, I believe, 37 or 38, so he's older. And then obviously, no introduction, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's like 41 or 42. Great player, obviously, absolutely like, world, just amazing player, right? But he's old, guys. He's old. He's 41 or 42, right? So I did not ever think that this guy was going to play 90 minutes or the entire game. And they subbed out a lot of better players than him on Portugal before Cristiano Ronaldo. So I don't know why. I don't know if Cristiano wanted to stay in the whole game, and he kind of has that like LeBron aura about him where he's just kind of like also the coach. But I honestly think Portugal shot themselves in the foot a little bit for keeping Ronaldo in as long as they did. They could have used some fresh bodies to get another goal there. And by the second water break, which is when I thought they would take Ronaldo out, he had 18 passes, okay? So in that second water break, which is around the 75th minute, I thought they were going to take Ronaldo out and he would have went under, but he didn't, okay? So it was unlucky that Ronaldo doesn't get taken out of the game. It was unlucky that Perisic, he has 1 additional pass, right? And he really was looking good this entire game, and he barely goes over. But again, we had an absolutely amazing day. We are now at all-time highs, guys, on PrizePicks and Underdog. And this is what I told you guys a week ago, 10 days ago, whatever you want to say. I told you guys we were going to crush PrizePicks during this World Cup, right? I don't mean to sound like I'm bragging. I don't mean to sound like I'm, boastful or something, but guys, 10 days ago, this is what I told you guys. I said we're prepping for the World Cup. The World Cup's going to be huge for us. We're going to reach all-time highs. We're going to have some days where we go up 15, 20 units. And it's like, what else do I have to say, right? We're a week in. We are literally a week in. The World Cup started a week ago today, and we're already at all-time highs. We have another 4 weeks of the of the World Cup. And what do you think we're going to do, guys? We're going to keep rising and rising and rising. Now, before I get into that, before I get into more plays and stuff, I do want to say my World Cup pass, 2026 World Cup pass, I'm taking $15 off to the first 10 people who want to go ahead and lock in this pass with code USA, okay? So today's plays, of course, what do you think we're going to do? We're going to use some USA guys, and we're going to take them over together, and I'll get into that when I get into my PrizePicks play. But if you use code USA, that's going to be the first link in the description and in the pinned comment. It should autofill code USA. This is going to take $15 off and make it $35 for you to lock in this World Cup pass, which what that means is going to be all of my plays up until the finals of the World Cup, which is on the 19th of July, okay? Now, I get this question a lot. What's the difference between World Cup pass and VIP monthly and VIP lifetime and my year pass and everything? Nothing's different, okay? I know I can be confusing sometimes, but when you're in my VIP, you're in my VIP, okay? So again, you know, we're going to be focused on the World Cup this next, you know, month. But if I send out a League of Legends and Valorant play or some esports play or whatever, or a NOVIG pick, you're going to get that as well. All right. So there's no sort of like different tiers of VIP. Once you're in VIP, you're in VIP. It's just pretty much how long are you in VIP, right? If you're in the World Cup pass, you're going to be for the entire World Cup. If you're in like an NFL pass that I'll have later in the year, you're going to be in for the whole NFL season up until the Super Bowl. And then of course I have a 2026 pass. I have a lifetime pass. Okay. And if you do want access to these passes, these 2026 or lifetime pass, especially, text me. I can make you a deal, guys. I'm always looking for people to lock in for the lifetime. I get so excited when you guys, like, I don't know, you pretty much trust me with your life, right? Because you guys have seen what we're able to do on the VIP, okay? So again, all-time highs, better, we're crushing it, sleeper, we're crushing it. Real quick, I do want to hop in here and just show you guys that NOVIG, we are also crushing it. 2 picks yesterday on NOVIG that I sent out, 2 tennis plays. If you guys know, I have a tennis model that absolutely dominates these NOVIG picks. We did Fritz to go minus 3.5 hits, Keys money line also hits, guys. 2 out of 2 yesterday on NOVIG. So whether it's NOVIG, whether it's better, whether it's PrizePicks, whether it's on this channel, whether it's on the VIP, we are absolutely dominating. And I will say it's kind of rare that everything all at once is just doing so well right now. So take a moment and appreciate it right now, because sometimes this does not happen, right? Sometimes we're going to have some ups and some downs, as you guys see in these big graphs that I show when I put things into perspective over the past 2.5 years or whatever. We're going to have ups and downs, of course, in this game. And I will say you have to be able to weather some storms, right? We can definitely have a bad run every now and again. And I will say, because I always regret not saying this when we do have a good day or a good week or whatever, is please manage your bankroll professionally, okay? Slow and steady wins the race, guys. I will sometimes get texts of like, man, I've gone up so much. Can you give me like the like your favorite pick so I can like, you know, put like $50 on it or $100 on it? And like, there's not really that. Like, I can't really do that, okay? You need to take all my bets. Every bet that I send out, I'm confident in. That's why I send them out. If I wasn't confident in it, I wouldn't send it out. And I will say, if you're like a $10 better, which is great, you know, and you're looking to bump up to maybe $15, perfect, right? But don't bump up to like $30 or $50 all of a sudden, okay? That is not smart bankroll management. Bump up at most at about $5 increments at a time, right? From a $5 to a $10 to a $10 to a 15 to 15 to 20, and over time you will eventually get up to, you know, the $40, $50 ranges. But again, just be slow and steady, be consistent, and manage your bankroll properly, right? Treat it like you're a, you know, hedge fund manager or something, or a professional in a professional environment where you need to slow and steady be able to build that bankroll, okay? So if you guys want to get into the VIP, guys, you can do so in a number of ways. Obviously gave you that World Cup pass, but you can also get in for 1 month free with NOVIG with just a $1 purchase, okay? Code detective, all caps. You'll get $1, pretty much it's $10, but you get it all the way for just $1. So you'll get a $1 to turn that into $10. Or you can do $5 to turn that into $50, okay? So of course, I'm gonna recommend that you do the 5 to 50 because it's more money, but all you need to do is just do the $1 deposit on NOVIG with code detective, of course, and you'll get in for just $1, and just send me a screenshot of proof when you do that. I will also say, guys, with Bovada, I'm having people sign up for Bovada, which is great. You can also do with Better, which I'll get into this pick, and then with Sleeper and Kalshi as well this month. Kalshi is a 2 months free if you sign up for Kalshi, and that's just gonna be $10 or less, okay? So just $10. So every single app that you guys saw, actually except Bovada, but every single app that I have you guys sign up for, you can get 1 to 2 months free, and it's gonna be $10 or less that you have to put into this, okay? And again, you can use this, you can have friends and family use this, whatever it is. Again, with NOVIG, it's $5 to instantly get $50, okay? So have all your friends do this, right? Everyone can get a free $50, okay? So let's get into the first pick of the day. It's going to be on Better here, and I'm going to take Caitlin Clark, and she's discounted down to 29.5. I don't really have to say any introduction. I don't have to say why I like this pick, all right? It's super simple. We have her discounted down by 4 PRA, and we're going to go ahead and take this pick super simply. Guys, I always talk about Better and Sleeper as my base hits, right? They are discounts that we take every day, and you can make about $300 a month using these discounts, all right? $300 a month. Is it the craziest thing in the world? No, but it's $300 a month. And I'm sure all of you guys would gladly take $300 a month by just clicking a couple buttons on your phone. And this is what we're taking today. We're taking Caitlin Clark discounted, and they're going to take Scrappy to go under 26 kills in map 3. This is actually a really, really good pick, okay? So don't discount some of these picks on Better and stuff. I mean, these picks are really, really good still. And like Scrappy under 26 is really good. I think this should be 24.5 right now. So this is like about 1.5 kills off on Better, okay? So go go ahead and take this, guys. Better discount. I will say you can also sign up for Better. You will make your money back on Better, okay? You don't lose any money for depositing to these apps anyway, but guys, you get a $200 deposit bonus on your first deposit. So that means if you put 200 in, you'll get a free $200. You also get a free 10 bucks by just signing up, and use code detective on Better, and you can get 1 month free of the VIP. But I'm telling you, by signing up for this, you're pretty much signing up for a free $200 to $300, okay? So it's like someone saying, hey man, put $10 in this app, or put like 50 bucks into this app, and every single month I'm gonna pay you $200 or $300. I mean, it's a no-brainer, obviously, right? And again, just try it out for a month, okay? If you don't believe me, try it out and you'll see, okay? You don't have to take it from me. Like, there's people doing this every single month. I'm doing this every single month. June, I withdrew 350 bucks, and you'll see in July I'm going to withdraw probably another $300, okay? So let's get into today's PrizePicks plays, guys. We have absolutely dominated this past week. We've cashed 4 entries alone on this channel. I actually have them all, I believe, right here. You'll see not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 entries right here on this channel over the past week. And again, most of these, or all of these, are utilizing the World Cup, okay? So we have World Cup, correlation, World Cup, correlation, World Cup, correlation right here. And again, all these picks have not even been close, okay? So when I've been making these calls, they haven't even been close. They've all gone under or over. Actually, all these are unders, it looks like. But now we are going to take the overs, and I'll get into that. But first, Juan Soto, we're going to take him over 6.5 hitter fantasy score, guys. Been loving these fantasy scores for the MLB. I don't even, I'll be honest, like, I don't even really like do that much research on some of these, but they just hit like crazy. And how the MLB and how these hitters work is they're streaky, honestly. So if you can find really good players like Juan Soto, obviously one of the best hitters in the MLB, and you can find him at like 6.5 or 5.5, you're going to see a lot of times his line is 7.5. Okay, so this is on Pick Finder. But against the Reds, his line was 7.5. Against the Reds, his line was 7.5. 6.5 here. Okay, 5.5 against the Braves. 6.5. Braves are like the best team in the MLB. But most of the time, his line's either 7.5 or 6.5, okay? So we're getting him right now at 6.5, and I'm taking him over. And you're going to see that he's done very, very well these past couple of games, right? The past maybe 8 games or 7 games he's played, he has been doing very well. And even some of these games that he's gone under, he has still gotten a hit or gotten walked or whatever, okay? Now he is facing the Phillies, and we'll see how he does. But I do really like Juan Soto to go over 6.5 hitter fantasy score, okay? So that's going to be the first pick of the day. And then, of course, we're going to take a correlated World Cup, a correlated soccer pick, guys. And yeah, I mean, there's no introduction to these soccer picks. You guys know how we do it around here, and we're going to take 2 guys to go over together on USA. And it's going to be a really, really good game between USA and Australia. USA just played Paraguay. Australia just played Turkey. And when Australia played Turkey, they did win against Turkey. But they only had, I think they had 28% possession or something like that. Maybe they had 30. But I actually think USA is going to possess the ball more than they did against Australia. I think they're going to possess the ball better against Australia than they did against Paraguay. And USA against Paraguay had 65% possession in this game, okay? I actually think Australia is a worse possession team. They're not very good at possessing the ball. A lot of what Australia does is counterattacking. So they give up the ball a lot. They give up space. And then whenever USA kind of or whenever the team they're facing overextends their hand, then they counterattack, okay? So USA, I would not be surprised if you see them in the high 60s in this possession, okay? Tim Ream, one of the kind of cornerstones of this defense right here. Weston McKennie, again, one of the cornerstones of really the attack, okay? So Weston McKennie is a kind of the main engine of the attack. Tim Ream is the main engine of the defense, okay? And I do think USA is just going to completely dominate possession. I will say, if we go down to these lines, if I can find them here, let's just go to Weston McKennie right here. I like pretty much all these guys on the US to go over, okay? I will also say Chris Richards and Tim Ream are right next to each other in the formation. They play like the 2 defenders. So if we can kind of draw this out, I'll draw it out like this. So we have 2 attackers, and then we have 4 midfielders, and then we have 4 defenders, and then we have the goalkeeper right here. I'll just put a dot here or an X here. But Tim Ream and what's this guy's name? Chris Richards. They play right next to each other. So technically, these guys are actually very correlated together, okay? Weston McKennie, he actually doesn't even play here. He plays right here-ish. like right here, and Tim Ream plays like right here, okay? So hopefully you guys can see that these guys are also very correlated, but these guys could be also more correlated. Like Chris Richards and Tim Ream is also a really good play. I also really like, who is it? I also really like this Robertson guy. So I believe Tim Ream plays right next to Robertson, so this is also a really good correlated duo, is Ream and Robertson. The reason why I'm taking McKinney is because his line is way too low, okay? 39.5 for McKinney is absolutely a slap in the face, right? His line should be, I'm going to say his line should be probably like 87.5. Sorry, not 87, 47.5. And I would not be surprised if this bumps to the mid 40s by game time. 39.5, I would honestly like taking if they were playing a better team like Mexico or something like that, okay? But they're playing Australia, which is not a very good team. And USA has looked very, very good in this tournament, okay? Don't discount USA. They look very good against Paraguay. They possess the ball exactly how you need to possess the ball. Weston McKennie got in the 50s. Tim Ream got in the 90s for his possession line right here. So these guys, if they do possess the ball more than, I'll say 62% of the game, or they should easily hit this line, like not even close. It's going to be the three-man in today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying these picks. I don't know why you wouldn't. Leave a comment down below how much money you've won in the past week. It really helps me out just to show people that I'm actually legit. There's a lot of new people coming on to this channel because I've been making shorts, and then also, of course, there's just people looking to bet on the World Cup, so they're looking to find videos. So if you guys could leave a comment down below, that really helps me out. Just get the message out there that I'm legit. I track everything. I'm super transparent. Guys, we're going to have some losing days and stuff eventually, even in this World Cup. And again, I am extremely transparent. I'm going to show you guys the wins, show you guys the losses. Even on this screen here where I showed you guys all the losses and stuff, the wins and the losses, you're going to see that there's some losses on the screen too. And I could get into this, but I don't want this video to go too long, but you'll see. Look at the correlation, guys, right? Look at the correlation. You have World Cup correlation, Val correlation, World Cup correlation, League of Legends correlation, okay? That is the name of the game here. We want guys to hit together or miss together, because instead of two things needing to happen, we just need one thing to happen. For example, in the USA, we just need the USA to have a lot of passes, if they or a lot of possession. If they have a lot of possession, then both of these guys should hit together. If they don't have a lot of possession, then both these guys should miss together, okay? So instead of two separate things needing to happen, which is how everyone else bets, like two things in the NBA or two things in the WNBA, or a WNBA and NBA player to both go over or under together. Instead of two separate things needing to happen, we just need one thing to happen. We need USA possession. If they have possession, they're going to both go over together, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.